Dog Training, and today I have Ouija. Ouija is a 9-week-old Catahoula. She was born on Christmas Day, and today we are going to learn about new puppies coming into the home and how to handle certain situations and what to do when you first get a puppy. Now, this is going to be a series of videos that'll go over, and you can watch Ouija grow up her first year of life. We're going to go over things you should and should not do with a puppy, how to train a puppy, how to raise a puppy that is going to be a healthy, happy, friendly member of your family, as opposed to a wild, out-of-control dog that you want to throw out in the backyard. Because I get that a lot from people, is the dog is crazy, it was cute when it was a puppy, and now it's too hyper, or it's too this or too that. We need to throw him out in the backyard, and he jumps all over everybody. And there's all these problem behaviors that are easily fixed if you start when they're young. Now, this is the first time she has ever had a collar on. She's never had one on. So she's probably going to thrash, and that's okay. I'm going to let her thrash. It's just a buckle collar. It's not causing her any pain, not doing anything harmful to her. But she's not used to this sensation. It's something new to her. So she's never had a collar and leash before. She may whine a little bit, she may yelp, she's going to protest, she's going to try and get away, and I'm just going to sit here and wait it out, wait till she calms down, and that's okay. So the worst thing that I could do right now is bend down and pick her up and say, "It's okay, little puppy," or start babying her, or take it off of her and go, "Oh, but she doesn't like it," because then what she learns is, hey, if I throw a temper tantrum, I'll get my way. And we don't want her to learn that. You're all right. So, what I can do with her now is I can distract her with a toy. Let's wait till she's done with this. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Now this is just some fleece, it was a braided fleece toy that my other dogs have destroyed. But it's great for little teething puppies. Nope, we're not going to chew on the leash. Come on, look around. Good girl. Very good. So having appropriate toys for your dog to play with is a very important thing to do, especially if you have kids in the house, that sometimes toys that are not appropriate for the puppy get left around. A lot of times puppies will find other things to chew on, like sometimes they'll chew on the leash. Sometimes they'll chew on your couch, your pillows. I've seen them chew up dog beds here. I've seen them chew up all kinds of things. Hooves are great. They're cheap. You can get them at pretty much any feed store. Rawhide, I like little small bits of rawhide like this. Those are all great for teething puppies. Hooves, I will caution you, they stink. They don't stink right now, but once she gets to chewing that and it gets wet, it will kind of smell foul. So that's something just to be aware of. If it starts to stink, sometimes I tell people just throw it outside. The other thing to keep in mind is training time. So when you first bring your new puppy home, your breeder should send you home with some dog food of some sort. You should find out what they feed. If you don't have other dogs in your house that are already eating something else, then you may want to stick with what the breeder has been feeding the puppy. If you want to switch to a specific brand, you should always mix their dog food. So if you look in the bowl here, I've got 2 different types of dog food mixed. So I've got what I feed my dogs mixed with what the breeder feeds her dogs. And this is what the puppy is used to eating, so me mixing it like this helps transition and get her digestive system used to the new dog food. And so when they're new, I like to use feeding time as training time. So to teach your puppy to come back when they're called, you can start this as early as 8 or 9 weeks old. So here she is, 9 weeks old, and if I want to start teaching her to come when called, I'll say, "Ouija, come. Come, Ouija. Come. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Very good." Now she knows I have food. "Ouija, come. Good girl. Very good. Ouija, come." Oh, we're going to fight the leash some more. That's okay. Ouija's going to wait. Good girl. Ouija, come. Good girl. Good girl. So what I'm I'm doing right now, I'm not necessarily calling the dog to come to me all the way from across the room. I've got her right here in front of me, and what I'm teaching her is that the word come means, hey, I've got something for you. Ouija, come. Good girl, good girl. Very good. So this is word association. I'm also using the dog's name, so she's learning what her name is. Ouija, come. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. So training time is really important for these little guys, but you don't want to go too overboard. One of the things that's really tempting when you've got this new cute little puppy is to want to pick them up and carry them all over the place, and this is cute and it's fun and it's great and all, but what this happens is paws on the chest leads to dog turning 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds and wanting to have their paws up here on their chest because this is comfort zone now. So I start day one, all 4 feet on the floor. And when they come over and they jump on you, like puppies often do, what I do a lot of times is I will hook my thumb, if you can see here, into their collar. And I will hold down right here and pet. And so what this does is it actually prevents them, if you have a particularly jumpy dog, this actually prevents them from being able to jump up. And so I can pet her and enjoy her while all 4 feet are on the floor. She's not a particularly jumpy dog. She's kind of a calmer, more quiet dog. She does do a lot of barking, so maybe quiet's not the right descriptor for her, but she is a very calm puppy. And so with a more hyperactive puppy, you want to use this thumb, hook it through the collar, and just hold down right here so that you can pet without getting clawed in the face and jumped all over. This is a good habit to establish right away. I know that she's small, I know that it's not a big deal. If she jumps up, she can only hit me about as high as my knees, but puppies, especially your large breed puppies, grow extremely fast. So she's gonna be 40 pounds in probably 3 months. So we wanna get this started right away before she starts getting really big and jumping becomes a really big problem. Another thing that you wanna start right away is grooming. So I like to start grooming my puppies right away. Come here. Good girl. Come here. I like to get them used to the equipment. So I get just a soft brush and brush down her sides because it feels nice. And this just gets her used to being touched all over. Nope, we're not gonna do another temper tantrum. Come here. Good girl. So we're gonna brush all over, up and down the sides. Good girl, Ouija. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Now, these are the type of nail clippers that I prefer for dogs. They're the pliers type. She's a little bit small to use something like this on, so I actually have special nail clippers that I start with the little puppies. And I like to start them when they're young like this, so that they get used to it and it's not a big deal when they're older. And we just snip barely the tips of the nails off. And it's just a sensation that they need to be used to, and they need to be used to having their feet handled. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Now some puppies, when you first get them, may have really sharp claws that are way overgrown. And if that's the case, then you may take a little bit more off. And that'll definitely save your arms and legs when the puppy's trying to play with you. Here, you want something to chew on while we do this? It's okay for him to have something to chew on or play with while you do this. No? Not that interested in that one? Oh, yep, maybe. Not sure. The fact is that her feet are getting handled. Come here. And she's tolerating it. Very good. Good girl. Good girl. You want the hoof, don't you? Yeah, that's a good thing, huh? Uh-oh. Now, on the subject of toys, because I have kids in the house, what I will oftentimes do is I will take some of the kids' toys and I will lay them out and give my puppy the opportunity to say, ah, no. Come here. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. So So we start habits off early. If you start the good habits early, then you're not having to break bad habits later. So if I catch her picking up one of the toys that she's not supposed to have, or if she shows too much interest in it, what I may do is clap my hands, or I may stomp my foot, and I might say, no, in a really loud, firm, deep voice. And that's gonna startle her a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is take one of the toys that I do want her to play with and encourage her to play with that. So when you're telling a dog, no, don't do that, you wanna replace the behavior with a positive one. So you wanna show her, here, play with this instead. Yeah, this is so much more fun because when you pick this up, I'll play with you. Look at that, it's coming all over your face. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it, there you go, good girl. What a good puppy you are. Yeah, what a good puppy you are. Yeah. Get it, get it. Did you hear the dog bark outside? Huh? Very good. You want that? Huh? She heard the dog bark outside. Now she's interested in that. There you go. Now, I also don't allow leash chewing at this age. She's wearing the leash. Hey, she was getting a little bit interested in it. Like she was going to chew on it. I do keep an eye on them, and I keep my puppies on leash at this age. When they're in the house, they're on a leash. She's never had a leash on before. She's been in her kennel a lot today, and she's been running around outside a lot today. So this is the most time she's really spent in the house in the last 24 hours or so. So we're doing leash work today. But I don't allow chewing on or biting at the leash. It's cute to watch them jump around and play and bite at their leash at this age. But what that causes is it causes a habit where I've seen dogs that are not necessarily particularly big dogs, but I've seen them chomp down and bite through a leash in about 2 bites and they're gone. And so I don't allow any leash biting whatsoever. And I will correct them for that and tell them no, and then I'll give them a dog toy of some sort to play with instead. So again, replace the behavior. Come here. Right here. Look, I'll get it. All right, that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, if you want some more information, please check out my website at zendogtulsa.com. I also have zendogokc.com. No. Here you go. There's questions and answers. If you have a puppy that you need some help with training, there's a contact form on there. Feel free to fill out our contact form, send me an email, and I will get in touch with you. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.